So the surface intersect command basically will create a point on a surface, or a series of points on a surface, given a bearing and vertical angle from a specific position. Basically, you can specify multiple bearings and vertical angles to create a series of surface intersection points. This is useful when you need to calculate a daylight line, such as from the top of a pad down to the existing ground surface. So one of the examples you may have here, or I have here, is that I want to see, this is a 3-to-1 slope, what would happen and where would 4-to-1 fall in this area, let's say, as an example, just to show you how this command works. So I'm going to go to the surface intersect command, and I'm going to call it here and just call it line of sight. So basically that's what we're creating. I'm going to put it on a layer, and let's go ahead and make a new layer here called line of sight. And we'll close that. And then you're going to see what surface you want to project to. So if I was projecting to the original ground or to the finished ground, I could do that. So if I wanted to see, what a slope was to the original ground in this area, then I would pick the original ground surface. I'm going to pick the finished ground surface because I want to see what happens if I'm standing here and I look down at a 4-to-1 slope. Where would that slope intersect on this surface? So I'm going to start with a coordinate, and I'll just pick here. Now it grabs the elevation, and I'm just going to put a little bit higher elevation of 265. And the bearing is, I'm just going to go and look, let's say we look from here, and a vertical angle of minus, let's say 4-to-1. Now if you don't do anything more and I click apply, it's going to set that one point there. Now if I go and I say multiple, and let's say I want to set 10 points, and we can start with a point ID of 1000, and then I can pick a final bearing and say I want to know what happens when I get over to here. And then the final vertical angle, I could change my line of sight, but I'm going to go and make it -4 as well. And you can see I can go in a clockwise or counterclockwise direction. So I'm going from this way, I'm going this direction, so I am going counterclockwise. I can put the points in a clockwise direction if I wanted to. I'm going to use point IDs, and I'm going to click OK. And you can see here that if I was standing there at 265 with a 4-to-1 slope, this is the slope that I would end up with. Those are the points. So again, it just helps you project and develop a line of sight to a surface from a particular point in elevation.